say
Sure,
first of
sure,
all,
Lance.
Thank you to you, Steve, everyone affiliated with the AutoZone Liberty Bowl. Our football program greatly appreciates the hospitality and the opportunity to be here. It was obviously an outstanding game. Great crowd, great energy in the stadium tonight. Congratulations to Sam Pittman and his team. And, awful proud of our team who really battled back and unfortunately came up short. So I'll open up for questions.
All right, thank you, Lance. If you will identify yourself.
Coach Tom Murphy, Arkansas Democrat Gazette. Can you maybe describe your emotions coming back from 25 down to tie, how crazy OT was, and then the final 2-point conversion play?
Yeah, well, it's a lot there. You know, awful proud of our team. I thought uncharacteristically, we turned the ball over in the first half. You're always concerned about certain things. When you have a long layoff, how well you're going to tackle, self-inflicted wounds, penalties, things like that. I thought, Jalen had a really nice first series, I thought, and then he, then after he kind of bobbled that snap, I think he just tried to press a little bit, but he settled in and really battled. We battled back early in some games this year, but nothing like this in the second half. Things we talked about at halftime again I wasn't worried as much about the score, was how we were going to go finish this season. And we're going to play the way we can play hard for 30 minutes, and finish it the right way. And I can't tell you how proud I am for that effort and the resiliency that they showed, finding a way to make things happen. And and then the last play, we struggled running the ball all day. We came up, it's a play we've used before, off the reverse, whatever, Philly special, whatever people want to call all the stuff, but, really couldn't see exactly what everything Jason saw, whether he had the opportunity to run or not, tried to make a throw, incomplete.
Raise your hand for the next question.
I guess one other thing, that I can answer for that. When you go for a couple 2-point plays earlier, and then you get into situations where you got to keep using 2-point plays, it's not like you're going to go to different plays. You just don't have a chart of like 6 of them, 10 of them on your play call sheet, so go ahead.
Matt Tate, Lawrence Journal World. Lance, Jason started heading right to the locker room. I wonder how he is, how your team is, how are their emotions after that?
Yeah, there's, they're down, I mean, a lot of tears in the seniors, a lot of tears, Jason feels terrible. It's not one, again, everybody always looks at the last play. There's going to be plenty of plays that we could have, performed better on that maybe didn't even put us to that point. So, there's words of encouragement from the seniors to the guys who are coming back. There's a sense of pride, and as you well know, let's look at where this football program was 5-6 months ago and where it is now. And where we're at, where we're battling, we got a ways to go. Okay, I'm not here to say anything other that we're a hell of a lot football team than we were September 1st, and we'll continue to work to get better.
Also, the momentum of that comeback. You get the onside kick, you got the fumble, and everything seemed to be kind of turning for you. What was that like on the sideline? I mean, looked like you guys believe you're going to win the game.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you go back to the West Virginia game, when that game, the way it turned, it was going in overtime. I think when the overtime hit, there was a sense of confidence again with this group, and that's what I love about them, especially when it starts, with Jalen and things that he did for us today. But that whole group battled, and I think the people got their money's worth today.
Kenitra Williams, Big 12 Now, ESPN Plus. Can you describe the poise and the hunger that your team displayed in the second half?
Yeah, there's a lot of grit there in the battle that, pride. Again, we didn't play the way we'd like the first half in many different ways. But, you know, there's things that we talk about, things that we control always, you know, our attitude, our effort, our strain, you know, all those things that it's not always going to be the cleanest, but if we can take care of those things, we give ourselves a chance, and I think they did. They dug down deep and kept battling, and, you know, you're out of timeouts and you burned them all to try to get the ball back and all the different things, and, you know, the percentages on onside kicks aren't the best. I think that's the first onside kick I've ever, the team I've been responsible for has ever recovered. So, you know, to see that happen and the energy and belief that the team had was nice. Just unfortunately couldn't quite close it out.
Michael Swain with 24/7 Sports. I'm curious, defensively, what shifted for you guys during the second half that all of a sudden you string together the stops?
You know, again, I think there were some things that they were doing that, you know, were, I won't say conservative, but running. We started playing the run better. We were starting to get a few more people around the ball. I thought that was one. I thought we were in some, you know, I mean, they've got some great athletes, big physical quarterback. You know, Lonnie Phelps has a hold of them. They can't, you know, all of a sudden we weren't, you know, again, we needed to wrap up better, do some things. I think we started to get more people around the ball, especially better on the inside run. Didn't completely play the interior exactly where we wanted it to be. But all in all, you know, like you said, we started to make some plays and make some stops.
Last question, right here.
Okay. Jordan Gusky, Topeka Capital Journal, right here in the middle. You and Travis have both talked in recent weeks about this program's ahead of schedule. I'm just wondering right now, I know it's pretty soon after this loss, but how do you feel about the state of this program at this point heading into the offseason?
You know, we're again, things have moved positively in a good direction. We could look at the stat sheet, start there, and talk about a lot of good things, and we can talk about a lot of things that need improvement. Sometimes on that, guys, I like to defer to you guys that have been covering this program for a long time and ask for your opinions, honest, and I don't mean that sarcastically. It's because where's it at? You know, I watch this team grid. You know, Travis is right here. You know, we get an email last night that we had the highest GPA in program history this semester. We had the most players on the academic honor roll. I mean, these kids are doing a lot of good things, and we demand a lot of them. And to say where we're at and accepting the standards and the expectations in this program, consider that we're going to head in 2 months from today to our second spring practice with these guys. You know, I think we're trending in a good direction, but we can also see a lot of areas we got to get better. I'll never be satisfied, so, you know, even if we were on the right side of the score tonight, there'd be plenty I would want us to get better at, and I think anyone who's competitive and wants to build a program for sustainable success would feel the same way.
Lance, thank you.
Thank you.